I'm liking her very much.
Yeah.
और ये relationship, situationship और kind of, I find everything very cute, frankly saying. Going to be my adopted son.
Oh.
मेरा सवाल अमल को है क्यों मुझसे दूर था, अमल का सवाल मुझसे है कि क्यों मुझसे दूर था. प्रेशर ऑन मी कि आपने उसे बिग बॉस में क्यों भेजा और ये क्या कर रहे हो आप एंड ऑल दैट. मैं भी थोड़ा सा शॉक्ड हो गया. एंड ही लाइक अ ब्रेव चाइल्ड, लाइक 15 or 16 at age, he said, Dad, you don't have to worry about it. I'm going to take charge. When they're growing up, they like to believe that everybody else has done wrong to their father. And then they want to build up a thing. And he became a composer just to, fulfill that bridge. He has sacrificed and built up a career for Arman. Great difference to my life and career. Salman Khan made a difference to Amal and Arman. I was about to break down. I was about to cry. And I was holding my tears because I actually didn't want to stand. सब कपड़े सब क्यों पहन रहे हैं?
Hey guys, I'm Alice Karapita and today we're in conversation with Daboo Malik. How are you doing, sir?
Mama Razi is now welcomed by Paparazzi.
Very nice. Good one, sir. Good one. अभी
Okay.
जो गाना रिलीज हुआ है, everyone's already loving it. Everyone's already talking about it. But tell me, when did Amaal work on this song with Kunal Verma?
So this happened, it was actually about to release before this entire Big Boss thing started. So we were, I think, about 30 days away from the release or 28 days away from the release. And अब जब ये सब सारी चीज़ें हो गई and he got a chance to be part of Big Boss and हम लोग बहुत reluctant थे और ऐसा नहीं होने वाला था. 90% तो नहीं करने वाले थे. But somehow it panned out, and when finally we were just having this 1 hour, 2 hour meet before he was heading to Big Boss. So he told me कि Dad, I think 4-5 हफ्ते तक तो होगा, उसके बाद I'll be back and I think meanwhile you just take care of the rest of the work and finish the mixing and we'll release it. But in case things get elongated and I'm able to play it for another 7-8 weeks or something like that, तो फिर आप 28th October तक please release it. So he had a date in his mind, and luckily we have our own company, MWM, as a label and for our releases, so we really didn't have to go anywhere. And he had worked a lot before that and it was his dream song, and Kunal Verma had done some wonderful work. Then in his absence, then I knew exactly how the things would pan out. So his team was already ready and we were worried because उसकी mixing और उसकी engineering जो होती है वो उसके ऊपर ही works a lot. At this time, it was left to the entire team to finish the final version. And we were keeping fingers crossed. We are still keeping our fingers crossed that when he comes out and he hears the track, I hope he likes it because people are loving it and there are a lot of musicians and composers and other part of the fraternity are calling कि बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है गाना, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, क्यों मुझसे दूर था. तो मेरा सवाल अमल को है क्यों मुझसे दूर था, अमल का सवाल मुझसे है कि क्यों मुझसे दूर था. Anyway, हम एक दूसरे से दूर हैं लेकिन बहुत करीब हैं.
फर्स्ट रिएक्शन किसका आया ये गाना रिलीज होने के बाद?
A lot of my friends and a lot of people got emotionally connected to, and there was a lot of pressure on me कि आपने उसे बिग बॉस में क्यों भेजा और ये क्या कर रहे हो आप एंड ऑल दैट. मैं भी थोड़ा सा शॉक्ड हो गया कि इतना बड़ा जीनियस है, इतना बड़ा कंपोजर है, क्या कर रहे हो. मुझे तो ऐसे मेरे एक बहुत पुराने फ्रेंड हैं and he's been close to us from our Jew days, and he says abhi mujhe right now he should be out of Big Boss and you should not have forced him to go. तो मतलब कभी मिले ताली कभी मिले गाली, that's okay. But मेरी ख्वाहिश थी actually more than Amal. I just felt it could be a different experience for him. I just felt that मम डैड कभी कभी इसे सोचते हैं कि पिकनिक पे भेज दो. तो मुझे ऐसा लगा कि शायद इट कुड बी अ बिग चेंज एंड बिग नोटिसेबिलिटी पैन इंडिया, उसको लोग जानेंगे, ये मेरी ख्वाहिश थी. लेकिन of course खतरे हैं, risk was high, and of course you know how things are panned out, good, bad, ugly, everything is happening.
Correct. You said that you were the one who said ki Amaal, please try Big Boss this year.
Yeah.
He was very reluctant.
Yeah.
So when he was offered and he said no, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
He said
he was
no.
not interested.
So how did you convince him?
I just felt a point came where me and him in one of the midnights when we were working on this क्यों मुझसे दूर था, I just said, Amal, I think people do not know you by face. I just thought that way. a lot of people are talking about Arman because he is a singer and then he is a pop star and you have made him a pop star. तो मुझे लगता है कि कोई कनेक्ट बनेगा और ये बहुत बड़ा प्लेटफॉर्म है. बट इज सेइंग डैड बहुत बड़ा रिस्क है, यू डोंट नो हाउ पीपल रिएक्ट एंड और मेरे साथ क्या होगा, मैं किस तरह से वहाँ पे चला जाऊँगा, बिहेव करूँगा, एंड देयर आर लॉट ऑफ साइकोलॉजिकल प्रेशर्स. तो उसकी थी फियर्स एंड ही वाज राइट एंड व्हाट ही वाज सेइंग. बट पापा से सही हुआ या गलती हुआ वो तो वक्त बताएगा. बट आई एम ओके दैट ही वेंट देयर.
You've known Amaal since a child very closely, of course, because you're the father, okay? But when kids grow, there are little changes that come in. Can you tell me what was bachpan wale Amaal like?
See, Amal has been watching his father very closely. From the age of 12, as I remember, he had started understanding that things were not right with his father. Things were not working out the way he wanted to. And he felt my father is keeping us happy through his jokes and his make believe things. But he was very sharp from that age to understand a lot of my emotional upheavals. So it's funny that I always believed in following a trend of, making everybody in the family feel that life is beautiful. It had been a very long gap of, say, about 18 to 20 years where nothing great from the year 2007 approximately till the year 2015 or 16, where children started really rolling out into music. I think there was a huge gap. And in that, my son Amal was understanding. Arman was too small, but Amal was understanding. He was understanding the upheavals. He was understanding the financial strain. He was understanding that dad is going through a very rough patch. By the time he reached the age of 15, I actually, went up to him and I said, I think something is not really going to happen for me. It's not going to work out. He was too small. And he, like a brave child, like 15 or 16 at age, he said, Dad, you don't have to worry about it. I'm going to take charge. So his one point is that his emotional connection and a lot of things got, in his heart. A lot of things get engraved in his mind. Like he felt that his father was being let down. He's developed a narrative. He was being let down by his own friends, by his own people, by his own family, and there was no support that was happening. And he wrote a story in his head that I'm going to change all this. So it happens. Some children do, like when they're growing up, they like to believe that everybody else has done wrong to their father. And then they want to build up a sing. And he became a composer just to, fulfill that bridge. Here are the 120 blockbuster songs. कौन तुझे यूं प्यार करेगा बोल दो ना जरा, मैं रहूं ना रहूं, रुके ना रुके नैना. And the list goes on to about 90, 80 songs, blockbuster songs. And Arman at the other end kept on singing all pan-India languages and all.
Yes.
So I think both my children were actually doing that to fulfill that emptiness of their father. जो मेरे सीने में एक खला था, जो मेरे एक सीने में एक अधूरापन था. So they were like, and in this lifetime, which father, would not want this to happen? The kids have really, and they, dedicate everything to me and my father, to the legacy of music.
Yes.
So I think it's wonderful, and it is one of the most endearing moments and very emotional moment for me that I've lived it. I've lived through this success story. I've lived through what is happening. As now tomorrow is Arman's big concert happening at Dome. It's like a dream run, a solo man standing there and singing. Amal's music has reached out to millions. He has fulfilled his father's dream. He has sacrificed and built up a career for Arman. Man should be known by the kind of work that he has done. Lone Ranger, I should say. And this is now payback time. And I think we all are going to gear up as soon as he comes out from Big Boss. We're going to gear up to take him to the next level and make him the next rock star of the country.
Absolutely. In the first few days or weeks rather, in the Big Boss house, okay, अमल ने अपने फैमिली के बारे में कुछ चीज़ें बोली थी, हिस्ट्री के बारे में, and maybe the kind of friction and all of that happened and all also. Did you expect him to say that in the house?
I think he was building a narrative in
Yeah.
his head. He was building a story which, over the conversations and dinner conversations that we had in our lifetime, he did develop a feeling that my father is being let down, right? And he was very sharp and very intelligent to understand a few things. And for me, it doesn't matter because I never have the attitude of complaining in my entire life. I feel everything pans out to your own good and you have your own destiny. So I would not never be a crybaby. Of course, I was hurt sometimes. I was being shortchanged or I felt bad and all that. But I do not want to now at this stage of my life and career and my family's story. I would never like to even bring out that. So by mistake or by anything, if something has been spoken, and if you see my history of like 20 years and all that, I've never been so aggressive about talking about people and criticizing or letting people know I was let down and this. I just spoke about people who really helped me,
Yeah.
people who made a difference, like Sohail Khan made a great difference to my life and career. Salman Khan made a difference to Amal and Arman, and the friends who really helped me. So I was never bothered about people who did not do anything for me. Why would they do it for anybody? Everybody has his own destiny path and has to work and make their lives. So being saying that, oh, he did it wrong, he did wrong, something which I do not appreciate, and I think Amal could have avoided it. But Amal is Amal. He's very opinionated, and he always carries that emotion, up his sleeve. And if he feels something, it'll be out there. He felt
Yeah.
about his parents. He said it. I'm leaving everybody. So, which was completely a home shaker for everybody. We were shocked. But what did
Yeah.
I do? I just was next day immediately. I was with him for the next 20 days. I didn't leave his side. I was with him, and I wanted to know exactly. And that sometimes parents do make a mistake where you are not getting that connection because you feel everything is hunky dory and everything is fine. But it's human nature. There are so many things that come in play, so many things that matter, and you have to understand the psychology of children. Everybody is different. So I think, and everybody goes through that emotional upheaval of being
course.
sidelined or being unwanted. And for the sacrifices a person who did so much, he would want a certain kind of pedestal from his own people rather from the audience or from the people outside.
Correct, yes. A very similar situation happened where you had to come and talk to Amal when he was inside the house, when you came on the weekend kawad,
Yeah.
correct? Now, when you're talking to Amal, your son, okay, in a closed room is very different. You can explain it to him in a different way. But when you have to explain it to him on national television, what are the kind of pointers you had to keep in mind? Because he's in a very sensitive zone also.
So I had all the pointers, I had all the clarity that I'm going to behave in a particular way. But what happened is the moment I landed and I was like on that big screen and it says, "How are you, Dad?" That way it was said, no, it is like right now, it's like also playing in my mind like a loop in my head. It really shook me up. I was, because that one thing, we are connected. There was a, "How are you, Dad?" ka jo sound tha, was had so many answers and so many questions.
Yeah.
So I was feeling, okay, did I make a mistake of my son being here? Like, really, did I do something which was not supposed to be done? So my entire narrative changed, the entire thing became, and then it started reaching a level where I started saying that I'm proud of you, because I was just thinking about the things that he's done for me, because I was connecting to an emotional level. I was not even waiting to pounce on anybody or say anything against anybody, because I'm not that person, because
Yeah.
I was interested in my son, his health and his thing. It really shook me up. And then suddenly I realized that, in the process of saying that, I just need to tell him that you don't need to get there and like get into those languages and thing and all, speaking words which would, become a controversy. So then slowly I reached a point. But every time it was like that I was about to break down. I was about to cry. And I was holding my tears because I actually didn't want to stand. If you see, I was just wanting to just go away. Once I said, because I was so emotionally connected to him and so this, that I didn't want to be a person who was trying to, say, sermonize him in a very thing. But it did pan out in such a way that people also appreciated, because
Yes.
no father would say, everybody thinks that a father would just come and say good things. But
Yeah.
here what happened was Like, I have never said it in reality. Actually, what happened on the screen has never happened at home. You know,
Okay.
I've never been that kind of reprimanding person. I've always been appreciative about his love, about his work, his dedication, and I'm very sensitive to his emotions and highly connected because we, Sardar Malik, my father, and Amal and me, I think we are like a trinity of music. You know, we are like connected. His soul is present today also when he's making music. There's a picture of his grandfather, and that picture automatically shifts or moves whenever Amal makes a great song.
Oh wow.
So this is something which is like a spirit guiding us.
Yes.
It's like that Holy Spirit guiding both of us, and I think that is how we are connected. So that even after going there, I also realized that was I loud? Was I what kind of emotion will he carry? But somehow or the other, I think he saw my tears and he understood that dad was worried and something is really not
Yeah.
going on right. But I have to give credit to him एंड पीपल शुड अंडरस्टैंड कि आप देखिए एक आदमी अगर समझे कि मैंने इतना बड़ा संगीत बनाया और मैं इतना बड़ा संगीतकार हूँ, इतने सारे काम किए, he can carry that weight and mind his tongue, mind his personality and behave like some stalwart and just be cool about it, right?
Yeah.
But what has happened actually? Here is a guy who is behaving like a normal contestant
Yes.
in an organic way. He's behaving naturally. He's behaving and playing as the game has to be played. He is not carrying that thing in his mind कि मैंने तो बहुत बड़ा म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर हूँ. कुछ गलतियां हुई हैं, कुछ शब्द ऐसे निकले जो उसने आवेज को बोल दिया, ये कुछ ऐसी बातें कर दी in the initial stages. But then he, in the entire story, he is not carrying that weightage. You see, so he may isolation में कहीं एक दो words ऐसे बोलेगा, but कहीं उसको जब वो behave करना शुरू कर देता है तो it becomes like a he's running. Imagine he's playing games. He's trying to play the fun games also. But don't forget, here is a man who has done such fantastic musical work, and he has dethroned himself and become a part of a participating game and playing that game to the hilt. So that is something which is incredible for me.
Yeah, I mean, even this game is not just about tasks, no? It's also about doing the ghar ka kaam, the duties and all of that. And he's trying to contribute in whatever way he can.
Yeah.
It's not like he's not even trying. That is we saw in the footage also ki he took the kanda and he's like, ki, main try karunga, but meko aata nahi hai. He's not even that much. So it's not like he's not trying. And I think after the episode where you came on the weekend, Gavar, he said, I will not let you down and I will try my best, right? And I think वो जो सुधार है हम देख पा रहे हैं क्योंकि अभी also झगड़े हो रहे and all of that, but he's only talking when he thinks he needs to talk. He's not going out of line in any way. So I, as a viewer, I can see that he's actually made that difference. He's being careful about the steps he's taking also right now.
Yeah.
That is one thing that I have noticed as a viewer also. There's another contestant on the show called Kunika ji. Okay. Did you guys know her from way before?
Yeah.
Of
course.
Did you expect her to behave this way in the house?
So that's what I'm saying now, because क्या हो जाता है कि I feel we expect the relationships outside to pan out in a particular way inside. ऐसा नहीं होता. There is psychological pressure. There is a game which is everybody is playing, and everybody wants to be noticed. Everybody wants to make a difference to their character, and everybody wants to be like the star of that particular scene. So I think a lot of mind play happens when they are performing in a particular way.
Yes.
But full credit to Amal. Amal is Amal. He is a character who is panning out as an organic personal with a certain kind of character coming out, a true person coming out of his thing. So he may be bad, good, ugly, whatever it is, but it is coming. He's not being made up. So there are stories which are others may be following a certain kind of pattern and making like their presence felt because calculation and manipulation happen. But I don't think so. Amal is doing that. And Kunika ji also has a lot of thought process in her head. तो उस हिसाब से खेल रही हैं तो ताकि वो भी अपनी गेम को बढ़ा सकें, आगे ले जा सकें. So it's not easy for anybody actually. None of them. It's a tough navigation. Of
course. But is Kunika ji like this in real life also?
I think she's been a very strong, opinionated person also.
Yeah.
She is a lawyer and she has, she is a firebrand, of course. She's very strong.
Yeah. There's another situationship shipping kind of a situation that's happening with Amaal and Tanya Mittal. And I hear you really love Tanya Mittal.
So when I say that, what I mean to say is she's coming out as a character which is very, very fascinating.
Yeah.
Like really, now person is she is like behaving one hell of a rich woman with 150 bodyguards and her confidence and मैं तो ये भी नहीं करूँगी मैंने तो अपनी जिंदगी में ये भी नहीं किया है. You know, I have servants for everything. So I think I find it very endearing. I would definitely I'm looking forward कि जब show खत्म हो तो उसको हेलो आए तो बोलेंगे कि भैया ये कौन है कैसा पर्सनालिटी है. I'm liking her very much.
Yeah.
और ये relationship, situationship और kind of I find everything very cute, frankly saying. इतना अच्छा लग रहा है सब अमल के पीछे पड़े. I don't know what that is, but it's very cute.
It's very cute, absolutely. आप अभी क्या दो स्वेटर्स एंड जिपर से सब भेज रहे हैं घर पे क्योंकि मालती भी तो है अभी.
आपको पता नहीं मेरे घर में क्या स्टोरी चल रही है.
बताइए प्लीज.
द स्टोरी है कि माय वाइफ इज आस्किंग मी भाई हमारे ये सब कपड़े सब क्यों पहन रहे हैं. ये एंड एक्चुअली हिज क्लोथ्स आर बीइंग इवन टुडे व्हेन वी वर वाचिंग आई थिंक शहबाज आल्सो वोर वन ऑफ हिज जैकेट्स because Jyoti recognized, अरे ये तो अमल का जैकेट है.
Oh God.
And Amal is like that also. He is for his friends. So I think this sweater and his costumes and all are for everybody. His Pila glass also became a story.
Yeah, everyone was using that also.
It's funny.
Are you liking Shehbaz and Amal's friendship in the house?
Yeah, but always remember one thing, this is a game. Equations can change at any time.
Absolutely.
And their being together is very funny. And he has been a surprise packet. Nobody expected when he was coming that he is going to be like one hell of a player. He's actually. I'm missing Bashir though. Bashir was really like a strong one.
Yes.
A very strong one.
In fact, I think the Monday that went, I interviewed Bashir, and we had a conversation about Amaal because there was a video that was going viral.
Yeah.
Where he was talking about, I'm worried for Bashir. Like he said, if I get out of the house, I'm just going to leave Mumbai. I'm going to stay here and all of that. So Bashir's like, at this point of time that I've left the house, and if this is what he's thinking, he's worried about me, and that's the kind of impact it's had on him. It speaks volumes of the person that he is, you know, in his heart, and that's what people need to see more. So Bashir has been like the brother to him in the house, and outside I think he's going to be the same with him. Do you think so their bond is going to continue outside
100%. Bashir is going to be my adopted son.
Oh.
Definitely. The moments that he has shared and the kind of strength he has given even Shehbaz and even Zishan, all these moments and all that, oh amazing. For me, Bashir has taken up a lot of things for Amal. Which contestant would ever do that?
Absolutely.
I think he's been quite a support. And he's like a son to me, of course. The moment I get a chance, he definitely is going to be, as soon as Amal and all these people have the time and how it's going to pan out. And this game is quite difficult. And nobody knows. If it can happen to Bashir, it can happen to anybody.
Anybody, absolutely. Okay. I'm going to come back to the song Kyun Mujhse Dur Tha. Okay. If there is a music video that happens that I think all of us would really want, okay, and if Amal's going to be in the music video, who's going to be with him in the music video?
I think so. His basically both the boys have got a very unique kind of thought process for the videos and all that. Definitely, somebody will have to fill the bill and fill the benchmark because वो किसी की suddenly social media empire को tag करके कि उसको use करना वो तो नहीं. I think more interest they would have that the girl should suit the story that we are going to write.
Okay. Do you think Tanya is?
Oh, that was I was thinking, and people were bashing me up. कि भैया वो सूट ही नहीं होगा उस गाने के अंदर. अमल की थिंकिंग इतनी मॉडर्न है and she's so traditional. I said okay, अच्छा that way. But I thought क्या रे wow क्या video.
Exactly.
But Amal would not. I think Amal would still prefer to have a kind of narrative जैसे story. अगर वो Indian story होगी तो why not? But if it's a story which is written in a different way, they'll definitely work on it.
Of course. Last thing coming your way. Last question coming your way. If you get to meet Amaal once again, okay, maybe at the weekend kawar or something, or maybe family is invited in the house at times, and you get to go inside the house again. What is the one thing that you definitely want to tell Amaal when you get one-on-one time?
Same thing which I told him. I think which I told in my thing that your regression, your fights and your all the things that are happening, and you're fighting for a cause, not fighting, and being aggressive, playing the game, raising questions and answering, it's all fine. It's only that one tweak
Yeah.
is that you cannot use the words which could hurt somebody below the belt,
Yes.
and offlandish statements which have no sense can be avoided, because that is what would represent you and your legacy. So people are thinking, oh my God, really? Is he such a big musician who's done such great work? Could he be really behaving this particular way? So that's a big question,
Yes.
which is in the minds of people, which is in the minds of people who like him, people who would like to ridicule him also. So there's a question.
Correct,
So you'll have
yeah.
to handle that. That's
Yeah.
the only thing. Otherwise, though, a game is a game, and he needs to
Yes.
play it the way it has to be played.
And he's playing it well. Okay. Before I let you go, I'm just going to ask you one last question. Okay. If there's a message that you'd want to give Salman Khan in a very heartfelt thank you manner, maybe?
So I feel that the way he is hosting the show, it's a very tough job. Okay, you have to be at the venue, right, where you are hosting the show, understanding the entire mind game that everybody has played, plus the input that you're receiving, and then you come out with an answer to everybody. Okay, but this is what you're doing, this is what you have been doing, this is what is not correct, this is what is right. So it's not easy to manipulate or navigate that in your head and be a host and do that. I think for so many years, 17 years, he's been doing this. So full credit to him, because as my brother Anu also said, that I love the show Big Boss because I love the way Salman is hosting the show.
Yes.
So I think it's a fantastic approach that he has, and I wouldn't say that he's right or wrong or doing the whole thing in a particular way, but I feel he's outstanding in the way of understanding the game, understanding the nitty gritties and the games that people are playing, and he's putting it across to them.
Yes.
Wow, now that is something which a host, unless and until he understands what is going to be said, nobody can do it.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much for chatting with me and removing your time.
Thank you.
And all the very best. We can't wait for Amaal to come out, but after the finale.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you were watching Mamarazzi, one of the best shows now that is happening on your internet, and you saw Paparazzi doing not so Razi things, but he was Razi with everything.